Are you struggling with those quick 2/5s in your solos? Well, today I've got 6 powerful 1-bar 2/5 licks that will help you confidently conquer those fast harmonic shifts and take your improvisation to the next level. Later in the video, I'll show you some exercises through all the keys that will definitely skyrocket your technique and help you gain some fluency through these changes. Hey, if you're looking to improve your technique, expand your vocabulary, and just gain fluency as an improviser, check out my Jazz Warm-Ups and Etudes package. It's a free set of etudes, and it's in the description below, so just click the link, and that goodness will come your way. 2/5s generally appear in 2 ways. It's a 2-bar 2/5, so 1 bar of a 2 chord, 1 bar of the 5 chord, and then go on to the 1 chord for 2 bars, or maybe 1 bar of a 1 and then 1 bar of a 6. Or it's a 1-bar 2/5, so the 2/5s are inside 1 bar. The 2-bar 2/5s, it's a slower harmonic rhythm. You have more space to form some lines. But then you get into these 1-bar 2/5s, it's a lot more condensed. So on a song like It's You or No One, old jazz standard, this is how a 2-bar 2/5 would sound. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 1. Those are 2 bars. They're a little more expansive. Now, if we have something like Confirmation, that could be an example of a 1-bar 2/5. So we have what we had there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 5, 2, 2, 2, 5, 2, 2, 2, 5, 2. You can hear the difference. The harmonic rhythm is more compact. It's quicker. So it's important to be comfortable with both. It's important to be able to be comfortable with the longer 2/5 and then the shorter one. So let's dig into 6 of these that I think could help you get on the right path. These are just 6. There's tons of these. I mean, you can make them up, but I think these kind of exemplify some different melodic contours that will be good to get your fingers comfortable with and just to get in your ear. Okay, the first one, well, I'm not going to do them all in C. I want to do some different keys just because it's good to start in other keys than C. In fact, when you're practicing, I would recommend don't start on C ever. Start with your most uncomfortable keys. So with that said, we're going to start on F major. So what we have here is 2 chord, 5 chord, and I'll just do some bass notes in the left hand just to keep the harmony simple, so you can hear the line. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's analyze what's going on here. On the G minor 7, it's essentially kind of outlining a B flat major triad on the flat 3. But I always try to analyze Roman numerals or just numbers in relation to the chord you're playing. So we got flat 3, 4, 5, flat 7 over the G minor. And then over C7, we've got 3, flat 9, root, flat 7, and resolve to the 3rd. You'll notice on the examples I have a bracket around the resolution chord on the F major, for instance. It's just, that's where it could land. But these could land in different spots because a lot of times 2/5s go consecutive 2/5s. They don't necessarily always resolve to a 1 chord. Okay, so I'm just adding that resolution because it flows nicely into that 3rd. So you get the idea. That's number 1. This is a real common movement, like it's really coming from, I guess, F harmonic minor. You could think of it as like the 5th degree of harmonic minor. But you can also just think of it just 3, flat 9, root, flat 7, 3rd, okay? Number 2, go to key of G. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so what we're doing here is just basically outlining an A minor 7 chord, 5, flat 3, root, flat 7, and then D7 is the 5 of G, and we're just outlining a D7 flat 9 chord, which is also, to get a flat 9 chord, you just arpeggiate a diminished 7th chord starting on the 3rd. F sharp diminished starting on is the 3rd of D. It's also 3, 5, flat 7, flat 9, and then I just resolve down to there. How about, well, I'll just do some random keys. Key of E flat. Key of E. And one more, how about key of C? Okay, so that's number 2. That's a great one. Number 3, I'm trying to think where I first heard this one. I think I heard David Hazeltine play this. So we're in the key of A flat. I did. It was his trio arrangement of Close to You, which is a great record. Check out David Hazeltine's record, Close to You. Incredible. So, key of A flat. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a great one. So what we have here, so the 2 chord, B flat minor 7, E flat altered, A flat major. So we got, it's really just a B flat minor triad with the added 2. That's a real common movement. Okay, excuse me. 5, flat 3, 2, 1. And then this one, remember, know your arpeggios. This is just an E flat augmented triad. And then I just resolve to the 9 because that's nice. Key of B flat. Let's do key of A. These are great because these not only really help your technique, but it's making sure you have some of these elements of the music together, arpeggios and your triads and all sorts of stuff like that. It makes a huge difference. Key of G. Okay, that's number 3. Number 2, this comes from Bird. This is directly from Charlie Parker. This one's in the key of C. Okay. In fact, I think I might have put this one in one of my etudes, if I remember correctly. Maybe the tune-up one? Okay, so here we go. So this is really, it's kind of outlining a D minor 7 arpeggio, or just F major arpeggio. If you have the flat 3 on a D minor 7 chord, you get, if you have a flat 3 over the root, you get a minor 7th chord. So like F is the flat 3 of D. So we got flat 3 down to the 5, flat 7, and then kind of a flat 6. It's really just approaching the 3rd, flat 9, 1, flat 7, 3. That's great. Key of D. Let's do one more. Let's do a weird one. Key of B. Now these can resolve also to a minor 3rd if you're in the context of maybe some consecutive 2 5s. And so forth. Just be aware of that too. That's why these notes are in brackets. So those were basically 4 major 1-bar 2 5s. Let's do 2 that would be in a minor tonality. We're going to go to D minor. Okay, D minor. So this just runs down the Locrian scale, and then it runs up, does a pivot on a diminished arpeggio, and then resolves to the 3rd. got, that's just the Locrian mode. And then third, flat 9, root, flat 7 down to the third. So we got flat 3, flat 2, 1, flat 7, third of the 5 chord, flat 9, root, flat 7, third. Okay, last one, number 6, G minor. Okay, this one just runs down the scale. Again, we're starting on the third, going down the Locrian mode, so A minor 7, we've got, and then we just run down the 5th mode of harmonic minor. When we play a 5 chord in a minor key, a good starting point, a scale choice is, so G harmonic minor, if we play that scale starting on D, it gives you some nice minor color going in a minor key. Okay, so in context again. We'll do B flat minor. Let's do, I don't know, A minor. You can see how doing these little movements will really open up your keys. That's why transposition is so important, okay? So those are the 6. So here are some exercises to start internalizing these and to build up some flow, and it'll help build your chops, especially your 4th and 5th fingers. So I'm going to take example number 2, which was, okay, and the cycle exercise is you're going to take 2 5s that go down by whole step. So the first one we have is A minor 7. You can start on any chord. I'm just starting on A because that's what the example is in. And we're going to do 2 5s down by whole step. A minor 7, D7, G minor 7, C7, F minor 7, B flat 7, E flat minor 7, A flat 7, C sharp minor 7, F sharp 7, B minor 7, E7, back to A. Now when you do these cycles by whole step, you only cover 6 keys. So then you have to go a half step up or a half step down. I'll just go a half step up. So we did before, we did A, D, G, C, F, B flat, E flat, A flat, C sharp, F sharp, B, E, A. That covers 6, 2, 5. So now if I go up a half step from A, I'll get the other 6. B flat minor 7, E flat 7, A flat minor 7, D flat 7, F sharp minor 7, B7, E minor 7, A7, D minor 7, G7, C minor 7, F7, and then back to B flat. So here's how the exercise would sound. 1, 2, I'm going to go nice and slow so you can hear it. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's C7, F minor 7. Now I'm back home. Now let's do the other 6, starting on B flat. Another example, here's exercise 2. This one is, what number is this? Number 3. Number 3, it's the Hazeltine. This one starts on B flat, same deal, B flat, E flat. We only covered 6 keys, then we go up to B. And that root movement, know that root movement. So like 2 5s, down by whole step, so it's 2, 5, and then the whole progression goes down a whole step. Okay, so here's the Hazeltine example. That's first 6 keys. Now let's go up to B minor 7. Okay? Okay? These can be nice to work on both hands. Do that again. Great chops exercises. Okay, so there's 2. You find other ones to work on, and again, there's other 1 bars. There's millions of them, but these are just 6, and it's good to start somewhere, right? Let's go back to just a quick example now. This would be an example of what I call the Runway Method. So if you want to learn about the Runway Method, I have a transcription video I made that talks about it. You can check it out in there. I'll put the timestamp on the video. But what the Runway Method is, it's very simple. It's just whatever lick or vocabulary that you're trying to get into your playing, whatever the context is of that vocabulary, you want to basically play your own stuff before it, smoothly land into it by a stepwise resolution, play the vocabulary you're trying to learn, and then resolve out of it into your own vocabulary. Let's see if I can mess around on confirmation a little bit, trying to get this line together. The number 4, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got one. Okay, I did it. It wasn't perfect, but I found my ways to get in there. This is such a great exercise. It's one of the most powerful improvisation exercises that I do, the Runway Method. Okay? So there you have it. Bit of a crash course on some 1-bar 2-5-1s. I hope this one was helpful. These have really helped me gain some fluency when I make it smaller, make things smaller and work on these faster harmonic movements. So I hope it was helpful. I hope you have a great one, and we'll see you soon. Happy practicing.